Aloha kindergarten families, it's Mrs. McMahon. Thank you for coming to Viera Elementary's first annual virtual open house. Tonight I'm going to be giving you some information and reminders about our classroom, and then later I will send you a copy of this PowerPoint that has some additional school policies. Those policies don't really pertain to us since we're an e-learning classroom, but I wanted you to have them in case you ever go back to brick and mortar. All right, welcome. This is a reminder of our schedule. I did have us coming back from that 11:20 to 11:45 break, but I think we've been doing a great job pushing our writing workshop into our English language arts area, so it allows students to have a little bit longer of a break. You are welcome to always go onto the digital reading centers on Google Classroom and work on any of those skills at that time. Here is our Friday early release schedule. Again, all of these are on our Google Classroom as well, but I wanted to show them. This is our activity rotation. If you go into our schedule through Google Classroom, it also reminds you what we have each day, and then this button right here offers you a direct link to the activity team. They put together different activities for you guys to do for each one of our days. Behavior on Zoom. Please make sure your child has a quiet place to work with few distractions. I love that they get comfortable, but make sure that I can see their faces when they are working. And I do appreciate you guys showing them or doing it for them, leaning their laptops down so I can actually see their workspace while they're working. I really appreciate that. Try to have their tools and material in an easy to reach location. Okay, that way they can just grab it and get on with learning. I do want to remind you that we are building our learning stamina. Kids are doing a great job. I have a hard time sitting in front of the computer all day, so I can't imagine, a 5-year-old, but they're doing amazing. I do want to remind them to keep their eyes on the speaker, whether it's myself or one of their classmates, and definitely work on staying on task. I think something that may help is when they have finished their work, maybe they can have a fast finisher right there ready to go. If it's a book to look at, or maybe to review their letter cards, something to keep them occupied if they finish their work early so they don't start wandering off or playing on their bed or anything like that. I am going to remind them that when I call them back, they need to put their fast finisher away and then get ready to listen for the next activity. Okay, daily communication will be through our Google Classroom. Our class schedule will show the assignments for the day. Weekly newsletters will be sent out on Friday, and they'll list our standards and have any announcements that are going on for the next week. And then monthly, I will send out a new reading log that can be put into their binder. That's just when they finish their 10 to 15 minutes of reading with you at night, they can color in an icon. I think this week or this month it was, pumpkins or apples, and they just color it in and it just shows that they read that night. Okay, I know I spoke with some of you during your child's kindergarten assessment, but Eureka Math in kindergarten is all about building a foundation. I know it seems like it's going a bit slow, but having taught first grade Eureka Math, I'm really seeing that this is the way to go. We are building a strong number sense and helping them understand that there are multiple ways to solve a problem. And I really want to move into more of our math talk where they're explaining their thinking and explaining how they solve their problem. Later on in October, we're going to begin our response to intervention, also called RTI. And it's basically students who are not meeting the standards or showing enough growth in reading, writing, or math. They will be pulled for a small group time where it will be no more than 4 students, and we will focus on one specific skill. Once they master that skill, we can move on to another skill, or they may even be removed from the group. So I will be notifying you directly if that time comes and we just need a little bit more support in a specific area. For language arts, we work in a 90-minute block of time. Right now we've been focusing mostly on whole group instruction, but my goal is to start pulling small groups as soon as I can. I really feel like that's when I reach the kids the best. Just know that what your child's working on in one group, another group be working on something completely different. We're still focusing on the same standard, but the process and the product may be just a little bit different depending on the group. If you would like to check out our kindergarten standards, you are welcome to visit the CPOMS website. They could list all of the standards that we'll be learning this year. I know you received a copy in your child's take-home binder, but when I write for Writing Workshop, I'm definitely going to model Danielian handwriting. Okay, so this is just something you can put it in a plastic sleeve, I think it is in your binder, and just practice. They can take their dry erase board and practice writing letters with this formation. Something that's going to help their writing is building those fine motor skills. That's the strength in their fingers. So here's a list of different activities that you can do. If manipulating Play-Doh becomes too easy, move on to clay. It's a little bit tougher. Something else that an occupational therapist told me was putting a 3-inch binder underneath their papers. It offers a bit of an incline, and kind of with the bend of that wrist, it makes them, or guides them, I guess, into having correct pencil grip. Another thing that I was told by an OT is that if your child's holding their crayon or a pencil kind of with that full fist, take a piece of tissue, put it underneath those first 3 fingers, pinky, ring, and middle finger, and it only leaves those, the index and the thumb for them to grip their pencil. The other 3 are holding that tissue underneath, and it just helps them understand how to grip a pencil. With technology, you guys are doing a fabulous job. I still have a couple of friends that haven't gotten onto Google Classroom, so please try to log in. There's a lot of good stuff in there. But this slide just shows you how to get to Google Classroom from Launchpad, as well as the alternate way through Google. Okay, it's just a little bit different with that Google Learn. You have to have that word learn in front of brevardschools.org. In kindergarten, we receive report cards every 9 weeks. They will be posted to Focus for our e-learners. If I hear different, I will definitely let you guys know. And there are no interim reports in kindergarten. Grades 1 through 6, every 4.5 weeks, they get kind of an interim report, progress report. We don't do those in kindergarten. It's just the report cards. We have 4 different levels. So something that I want to point out on this slide is the level 4. It is very challenging for a kindergartner to get a level 4 on the first report card. It happens, but it is challenging because during this first 9 weeks as teachers, we are offering so much support and so much modeling that to really get that independent demonstration of the standards, it's tough. So, level 3s are amazing. It means they're on grade level. They are getting that little bit of support that the teachers are asking, but they're meeting the standards. Level 2 and level 1 means they're not meeting the standards. Level 2, they're showing growth, okay, but it might just not be enough to meet the standard. And level 1 means that they're not showing any growth. Thus, level 2 and level 1 is where our response to intervention will come in. So if, I try to catch it before report card time so we can meet in those small groups and fill those gaps as needed. Okay, right now in kindergarten, a lot of our friends are still working on letter recognition and letter sounds. So if you have any extra time at home to just go through those flashcards, remember, we don't want them to memorize R, rooster, or S, snake. We want them to understand this is an S, and it makes the S sound. So, I know my alphabet cards even have those animals on them, but I want to move away from it. I want them to really just focus on understanding what those letters and sounds do so we can start blending them into words. Okay, in their binders, they have all kinds of resources that they can use. I encourage families to practice sight words every day, letter recognitions and sounds, and to also, I'm not a big homework teacher, but I do encourage them to read every 10 to 15 minutes each night, and then they can color in their reading logs. Okay, their binders also have resources for days of the week, months of the year, coins, numbers, so they can become more familiar with those. Something I wanted to remind you of, I know Mrs. Schwab sent out an email at the start of the year, but e-learners have breakfast and lunch available as well. You can come through the bus loop line between 7 and 7:15. Breakfast is free every day, but if you would like to buy lunch, just have money on your My Payments Plus account. Bring a copy of your child's birth certificate, and they will deduct the money right from your account, and you can choose your lunch items for the day. Everything is individually packaged, so they're trying to keep it as safe as possible. Right now, we do not have any field trips in Brevard County per the district, but we'll be taking some virtual field trips this year, so that should be a lot of fun. If you haven't logged into Focus, please do so. Really, the only thing that I will be posting to Focus is our report cards. So, it's good for you to be able to get on, and that way when report card time rolls around, you'll know where to find it. If you lost your parent code, your parent password, let me know, and I can send another one to you. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for logging on and joining our virtual open house. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions, or if I missed something, feel free to email me. Again, the presentation that I send you in a PowerPoint will have additional school policies. They're just for you to have in case we go back to brick and mortar. So have a great night. I can't wait to see everyone in their purple tomorrow. Bye, guys.